Jimmy's Paddy, you seen your video there again. It went down for almost 9 minutes. And the whole 9 minutes you were talking not none of your load of shite. Because I want to tell you this, Paddy, right? Between England and Ireland, and anybody that's watching these DVDs, wouldn't need to be a clever person to say who's trying to back out these fights and who's the cowardly people in this, right? Because you're making us show yourselves. That's the God honest truth, Paddy. You is making a show, you and your sons is making us show yourselves. Yesterday, for the last couple of weeks, basically, for the last couple of weeks, we're trying to get 4 fights for the 8 weeks or 10 weeks, just before the other fights on the 14th of November. You tried your best. No, after. I made a video yesterday. I simply turned around and said, Paddy, so what you do is so put your £5,000 pair fighter as kicker money to fight exactly 2 weeks after.
Not betting money, kicker money.
Not betting money, kicker money. You didn't even open your mouth. You didn't even open your mouth about it today, Paddy. You're trying your living best to get out of these fights. Now, I tell you what we're going to do, Paddy, right? This is the only way out. To be honest with you, I'm sick of these videos carrying on now. We want to fight, we're putting the head down train and we're going to fight. We're living with you with no excuses at all. On the 14th of November, 2015, you turned around and said you'd be on the road for 8:30. Fair enough, we'll be on the road for 8:30. 8 o'clock if it needs to take it. There's 9 fights, Paddy. 9 fights. Your brother James turned around and said that he wants John Paul to fight for 10,000. Let them fight for £5,000. John Paul did agree with the 10,000 and put it to 10,000. But this is how confident John Paul is when he's looking to take £5,000 off on his own fight or £5,000 on JJ's fight. Don't be looking for a way out of this one, lads. Don't be looking for a way. We're not giving you no way out of this. If you don't fight, you're a show-off, to be honest with you. Tony, you're 22, 23 years of age. Your daddy said, whatever, you're only a small man or whatever. Kiwi's is only 18, turned 18 about 3 weeks ago. He's only about 5'8", 5'9". The one cut is yourself. There's no... This is the thing I was trying to say yesterday. If you think you're in with a less than a 50-50 chance, you want to get on that. This is the way it's going to have to happen. We're looking for no way out of it. No fights before, no fights after. On the 14th of November is 9 fights. My own fight, me and Alice's Paddy. John Joe and Kiwi's Michael. Kiwi's Michael and John Joe. Sammy's John Joe. All Michael and Sammy's Christy. Huey and Thomas John Paul. Sammy's Chris are fucking James's JJ and Solomon Stephen and Replies Martin and Jimmy. They're the 9 fights. And Kiwi's John and fucking Sammy's John Joe, right? Now lads, this is the way this is going to work. You got everything your way. You're a show. I won't even go into it. You're actually a show, the phone calls are getting saying how much of a show you are. But we're not giving you, you're looking for every excuse. We're not giving it. We want these fights to happen on the 14th of November. We're not giving you no excuse. Fuck the kicker money. We'll have them out on the 14th of November. We'll leave it at that. But the only thing we want, the Collinses, yeah? The only thing we want is the 5 Jimmy Quinn's grandsons out first. The very first fight has to be Tony. We start with this, Tony and Kiwi's Kiwi. And then the rest of them, whatever which way the formation after that, between the rest of Jimmy Quinn's grandsons after that, and then myself, Paddy, Kiwi's Michael, Kiwi's John, and all Michael will fight Sammy's Christy, John Joe, and Sammy's John Joe. After that. But that's the thing we want. No excuses. You wouldn't accept the fight before, you wouldn't accept them after. Oh, you did, you turn around, we will fight you, and this, that, and the other. When I was putting you to put down the kicker money, you backed out of it again as usual. We're looking for no excuse to get out of these fights. We want these fights to happen. You said for them, we want them to happen. Simple as that. And another thing before I have to say, Paddy, you turn around and say, Big Dilly should be ashamed of ourselves, or ashamed of ourselves, of us. Listen to me for a second, Paddy. Listen to me for 1 second. Here's a very man that's Big Dilly's grandson that would beat any of your 2 sons, one after another. And Jimmy's James' 2 sons, JJ and Huey. I would fight them from here to the 14th of November, no problem, and beat them. You're about that.
Right, going back to James. We'll see the video and went back and you took your money here the other day. As I said, it's my way now, James. You say to me, I accept. You say for money, I accept. You say for 5,000, I accept. You say for 10,000, I accept. Right. I did text you out the other day. I said when Hershey is fighting in 3 weeks, we're all going over to Hershey, supporting Hershey, young Hersh Collins. He's going over to England to fight. We're going to support him. I'll meet shout and I'll give him my 10,000, which is 5 for Stephen and 5 for me. If you're that comfortable, take the money out me, James, because your sons ain't getting out of a boy. And don't look at, and believe it or not, I did have to go and get into the money because I haven't got it. So I had to get in of it because I'm not sure I'm definitely not losing it. But I did have to go and get rid of it. So don't come back another 5 or 10 or 20 because I haven't gotten. So you're wasting your time, you're making a show of yourself, right? Right, another thing. Them fights stand, James, your son's not getting out of it, right? Now, another thing I want to say to you is the boys, just give us 9 fights, lads. You already set for 8. Give us one more, that young Kiwi and Tony, and we'll leave it at that. And also, Paddy, you said on tape that I was sitting in the car with Mushas Davy, and you got that information about the fight being called off. You're 100% right, because Davy did come up to me, and he did call me into his car, and he had a chat with me as an uncle does, and I did call it off. Right? Well, fair play to you, you're getting some information, right? But anyways, Replies Martin has actually given Jimmy a question. Jimmy, you said you're going to take it in the fight and you're going to date it, Martin. Martin just told me to tell you, keep thinking of this one.
Right, let's go to Jimmy's Paddy again. Paddy, to be honest with you, I think those fellas here now should stop passing me to you. I tell you now, I don't know about the boys, this is coming straight from me. I'm getting the more videos, that's a fact. Because we should be passing heat of the likes you tall, Paddy. That's all I'm saying about you, Paddy, right? Now lads, we give you 3 options. We give you 6 weeks, 8 weeks and 10 weeks for the 4 fights to go ahead with Jimmy Quinn's grandsons of the Quinn name. We give you 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks. He accepted none of them. We also said then lads that 2 weeks after the fights on the 14th that put down a bit of kicking money, each man, and we'd fight 2 weeks after. You didn't even accept them in either. Now lads, anyone that's watching, anyone in the world, I'm not going to England or in the world, anyone, anywhere that's watching these videos, how many more options can we give ye now? This is the last option we're giving you, lads, the 9 fights as Martin mentioned. The 9 fights, and the first, them 9 fights 100% will go ahead. Anyone's what we want these fights to happen, lads. These fights will go ahead, we want them to happen. The 9 fights on the 14th of November. The first 5 fights is the ones, the blackguard that never stops, Jimmy Quinn's grandsons. Now Tony, you're the one that's mounting with the kind of itchy beard. Your daddy's calling me a beard face. That's a right beard. The beard that your 2 sons has is all itchy, smelly beard, right? Anyways, we'll go to you, Tony. You're 22, 23 years of age. Do you understand Q was only gone 18 here a couple of weeks ago? You're making a show yourself.
Don't fighting a cowardly conscience, Tony.
You're making just a second. You're making a show of yourselves, lads. Let Tony fight Q. Q's only out young for the lads. They're only 5'7" or 5'8".
We're fighting professionals.
About the same height as Tony. Let them fight. No, lads. The first 5 fights is 5 Jimmy Quinn's grandsons, and then after that, the other 4 fights will go ahead after that. Lads, these 9 fights have to happen. As I said already, I'm not going to say it no more. The first 4 fights is 4 Jimmy Quinn's grandsons.
Right.
Just 1 second. Now I'll go back to Jimmy's Paddy. Jimmy, the first 5 fights is Jimmy Quinn's grandson. Michael James, I'll name the first 5 fights. The 5 fights are to Jimmy Quinn. The first fight is Tony and Kiwi. Then Solomon, John Paul and Huey. JJ and Stephen. Michael James and Kiwi's Patrick. And Red Paddy's Martin and Jimmy. Then 5 fights have to happen, lads. And then after that, the other 4 fights has happened. Now I'll go back to you, Jimmy's Paddy. You mentioned twice now. Twice you mentioned. Now, as I said there already when I get to you, I should be passing you, and listen, I'm passing you no more. Because everyone knows what you're like, Paddy. I'm passing you no more after this. But you mentioned about sparring me, 10-year-old. Well, if you don't mention about sparring me, 10-year-old, I'm 25 years of age now. You're talking about when I was 15 years of age. I was only 15, and I used to play with you. I didn't used to hit you, Paddy. Because you're a man 40 years, I used to play with you. And you're bringing up, you seemed you brought sparring, I wasn't going to say this at all, Paddy. Is that the same time you're on about it? When I sparred your son Michael James, and I knocked him in his arse and get made stitches across the eye, and you got into the ring, and he went straight to the Beaumont Hospital after, and you got into the ring and you got rage.
Checking your gloves.
You tried to blame the padding in the glove, saying there was no padding in the glove, and me and Michael James had the exact same gloves on. That's all I have to say about that, Paddy.
Right, another thing, we're going about the fair play, man. Martin Stokes is doing our fair play, man, okay? We asked the boy here today, he accepted he does it. He's known as Small Martin, but he's not Small Martin, but he's known as Small Martin Stokes. Him and his family used to show the Collins fair play on the 14th. We won't be going back on no more now. We're going to go through Martin and go through you. Because lads, you're ringing us up, you're telling us that you fight this fella, that's on, and then when it comes to you, you're backing out. So all I'm saying to you is now very carefully, Martin Stokes is showing us fair play, and that's the end of it. And we'll go through Martin from now on. See you later, lads.